talks a lot, he'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda Show. When he drank a lot, he would fight a lot. He might punch you in your nose. It's the Eric Miranda Show. There are people who would tell you he is crazy, but if you listen closely, he's unbelievable. He used to drink a lot, now he talks a lot. He'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda Show.
What up, dogs? What up? I think I'm pissing a lot of people off. I think it's good. I'm glad I'm pissing people off. But I'm going to tell you all something that you may not know. And that is, I drink coffee late on Thursday nights. And I do it for you. So when I'm up tonight and I can't sleep, and I wake up and I think, what was the debate really like? What did they mean by that? What did they mean? I've never been so excited in my life. What do they talk? So I put up the like, how was the debate? And people started contacting me, like, telling me about it. I was like, do you think I was serious about that? Like, literally, like, I was like, do you think I'm serious about that? So, you know, I don't really care about the debate, everyone. I actually don't care about it at all. And the reason I was asking about the debate is because you're all in a cult. The things that I heard, now I'll admit about the debate that a lot of my Trump people said Trump could have done better, which is cool. Hey, you know what? If anybody is, can somebody tell me if you can hear me okay? Because I'm looking at my signal, and I'm not hardwired right now, and I'm worried that I don't have enough signal, enough Wi-Fi, enough Wi-Fi, as we say in Wi-Fi parlance. Any comments on that? Can some? Oh, I don't have the chat thing up. So, comments, here we go. So if somebody can tell me if there's a signal, and I don't even have my cell phone with me, so I can't even like directly ask people. Let me see. Let me see something here. Hey, can I be heard? Not hardwired. Can you guys believe this? And think my Wi-Fi is down. I mean, I don't look like I'm lagging from where I'm sitting, so I think it's okay. So anyway, so let's get back to this. So I don't really care what happened in the debate. So based on what all of my different friends are saying, like my Trumpies are saying, thanks, Chris, thank you. Yeah, it's all one thing. So my Trumpy friends are like defending Trump's performance. I heard that Trump said today that he won. He goes, why would I debate her again? I won that debate. So I can't tell from all of you lefties and righties, all of you Yankees and Red Sox fans who won the debate, because you don't win a debate, but I do know who lost the debate. The American people. The American people lost the debate because you're all in a cult. None of this is real anymore. None of it's real any longer. And I guess what puzzles me is, so I want to know a couple of things. If you guys don't think I'm onto something with how much bullshit this is, when did the Republicans, who were always like, that's lewd and lascivious behavior, all the free speech, remember they were censoring everything back in the day. Now they're fighting for free speech. Remember the hippies in the 60s? Remember the hippies in the 60s who like, again, at Kent State, they were protesting the Vietnam War. You remember them? They're all warmongers now. They all have Ukrainian flags on their Facebook page. It's astounding. Like a rose nation, let's do the... So I want somebody, like, and again, I keep asking the flat earthers to come on. And again, I'm not saying they're wrong. I don't know. Nobody will explain this to me. And now I want somebody to come on here. Anybody. I'll send you a link. You pop up on your phone, on the camera, so you can show your face. And I want somebody to convince me of who I should vote for. Anybody willing to do that? Anyone? I don't know. Not sure. One of the reasons that I don't worry about what's going on in the news and worry about what's going on in the debate is I don't do shit. Nobody who I do or don't want is going to win or lose New York because New York is going to go to Kamala Harris. Period. So if I want her, I don't have to vote for her because Donald Trump's not going to win New York. If I want Donald Trump to win and I vote for him, he's not going to win New York. So because of the electoral system, which is not the worst system in the world when it's done properly, but so I guess my whole thing is why I'm not giving any money to any candidates. I have not given a dime. Guys, I have not given a dime to a candidate since I gave money to Ron Paul in 2008. That's the truth. I have not given a dime to a candidate since I gave money to Ron Paul in 2008. I haven't campaigned for anyone since I campaigned for a libertarian candidate for New York City Council in like 2002. His name was Scott Jeffries. I think that was his name. I looked him up. I think he may be like a drag queen now or something. I don't know. But so who am I to sit here, not give money to anyone, right? My candidate, if I had one, I couldn't make a difference in this election if I tried. Guys, I voted for Ronald Reagan in 1984. And he actually, oh, by the way, you know what? What's going on here? Do I just make the ponytail? No, man. Oh my God, guys, I just got injured. I just got like whiplash from my own hair. So I voted for Ronald Reagan in 1984, and he won New York. So that election, I may have had something to do with the outcome, but no matter who I voted for since, it was clearly, it always goes the way it goes. So if I voted for a Democrat in the past, they won whether I voted or not. And if I voted for a Republican in the past, they lost in New York no matter what. I've been registered independent since I'm a kid. I come from a Republican family. And again, I have conservative leanings, and I tell people like, guys, you all know I'm a 12-stepper. I'm not actually supposed to tell you all that. Like, I'm not supposed to break my anonymity at the level of radio, press, and film. And I guess if those books were written now, it would be at the level of podcasting, radio, press, film, etc. I get on these meetings, and these people, we have little after parties. So we used to go out for coffee after meetings. Now we do them on Zoom, and people are all over the world. And people are like, my friend wanted to move to Florida. And I said, why would you do that? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Maybe she doesn't like shitty, like Minnesota weather because she's old with osteoporosis. What's blue and fucks old ladies? There's two answers to this question. The first answer is hypothermia. The second answer is me in my cool blue suit. Anyway. So states are now political. Now, I think most people know that most states are actually purple. Right? The things that we're talking 3-4%, maybe in some extreme cases, New York and California, maybe 10%, depending on who the candidates are. There's no such thing as a blue state and a red state. And the thing that my friends who are supporting Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, what they don't seem to remember, we're in this love together. Nobody gets out of this alive. If they come down on us and take our freedoms away, which it seems both sides are willing to do, nobody on this podcast, none of my friends win. And if I have friends who do win, it's because they're a part of an evil system. I'm not exactly sure what happened. You know, I got to be careful because we have friends who lost parents, friends, cousins in the World Trade Center attack. But if you told me that I had to push a button, hey, Eric, it's the official narrative, the way the Bush administration told you it went down, and I had to push that button or something sinister is afoot and my life depended on it, I would not push the official narrative button. I find the moon landing absolutely impossible to swallow. Not because I don't want to believe it, because I do want to believe it. I want to believe in American exceptionalism, and I want to believe in American greatness, and we beat the Russians to the moon. The percentage of people who believe that we went to the moon when we allegedly went to the moon was less than 37% of the country. And then the fucking news media and the handlers and the school teachers and the curriculum and the banks and the movies beat us. Kind of think about this, right? You ever think about like faux chicken? It's like, wait a minute, you don't want me to eat meat, but you want to beat the piss out of a fucking bean until it thinks it's meat, and that's better for me? Come on. Is that possible? I don't know. And they beat us like a soybean until we thought we were chicken. You know what she said to you? He said you were a piece of chicken. Fucking, oh my God. What was that? That wasn't bad, Lieutenant. Taxi driver. You know what he said to you? You think he cares about you? You know what he said to you? He called you a piece of chicken. Harvey Keitel, Jodie Foster. So, Jodie Foster. Now, what is John Hinckley Jr. doing shooting a president to impress a gay woman? You guys really think that's what happened? John Hinckley Jr. is out, by the way. And he tried to do a music show in a club in Brooklyn. And believe it or not, Brooklyn protested. Brooklyn stopped it. They didn't want anything to do with it, which is pretty amazing. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time. I don't know. So I go to TMZ because I want celebrity gossip, and they have stuff about Trump and Kamala Harris, and then fucking Taylor Swift. Really? Taylor Swift? Taylor, you're a billionaire. The people who you want to win don't necessarily match. Isn't that interesting, too, by the way? I have more poor friends who support Donald Trump and more rich friends who support Kamala Harris. When did that flip? You know what I just realized, guys? I'm talking about politics. All right, starting Saturday morning this week, I'm going to be doing a show at 7 a.m. It's called Pop Stars Anonymous. And it's going to be me and Danny Dunnery. He'll be broadcasting from England. So it will be noon his time. And a girl named Sarah, who's in Stockholm, Sweden. So we're going to have 3 countries. We're all various ages. I'm the oldest. I'll let you guess about the rest of them. And so that should be pretty fun. And what we're going to do, actually, I said, hey, guys, we don't have a theme. And then the wife, if you guys remember the wife of Eric Miranda show fame, the wife actually suggested that we write it on the show. Isn't that pretty cool? Pretty cool idea, right? And I think that's pretty cool. So that's a thing. So we're going to write the theme to Pop Stars Anonymous on the show. because we're all musicians. Oh, did I mention that? So one of them is Danny Dunnery is a singer-songwriter in England, and the girl Sarah is a singer-songwriter, and she's an entertainment attorney, and I'm Eric Miranda. So if people know me or don't know me, I mean, I do a lot of different stuff, produce and stuff. So, I think, what the problem with this show is right now? I'm not pissed off enough. I actually, it's Kamala. Is it Kamala? Oh, all right. Is that how Donald Trump says it? Somebody just said it's Kamala. Look, the problem that I'm having right now is I'm not pissed off. And you know why I'm not pissed off? Because I feel bad for you all. I know. I sound like an elitist now. But, guys, look at my fucking Wolfgang hair. By the way, you see that little spot right there? I think that spot right there is me going bald. What do you think? Does it look like I'm going bald? Stop signaling you're voting for Trump. Well, let's start with that comment somebody just made. I was going to vote for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And you know what? Yeah, fuck politics. All right, so what's going on? Somebody give me a topic. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about my upcoming show, the Pop Star Show. So what's happening now is I'm selling real estate, by the way, and I'm doing it full time, and it's making all of my creative stuff it's making it easier because, like, when I have too much free time in the creative space, I'm just like a knucklehead. You know what I mean? It's like, how many times I've renewed my license, my driver's license, the day it was supposed to be like literally 3 times in my life. I got there on June 27th, my birthday, when it renews. And I think I do it online now. And but when give a busy man something to do, he'll get it done, right? And I kind of lose my way when I have too much free time and like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then I do 8 things and nothing gets done. So I'm selling real estate. So if you're selling your house, buying a house, renting an apartment, let me know. I don't think I'm that good at it yet. I've only done 2 transactions. However, I'm on a really good team of guys. Look at that. Eric's pumping himself up as a real estate guy. How's that for humility? All right. Now, so I want to talk about the creative stuff. So I think what's really cool is we're going to have on this show, on the Saturday morning show, we're going to have a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, who's educated in the U.S. but lives in Sweden. We're going to have Danny Dunnery, who's in the middle of a bunch of contractual stuff now anyway, because he's got, booking agents, probably, he's definitely talking with EMI right now for a deal. So it's going to be interesting for other musicians who want to watch that show, and they're going to hear in real time some of the legalities, some of the ways to negotiate, some of what, artists, just the whole, battle between the artists and the labels, etc. So that should be pretty cool. And then I just want to tell dirty jokes. And not necessarily dirty jokes, but like, nothing's funny anymore. Everybody's like, shaded debate. I want to fucking laugh. What happened this way? So the greatest line, so everybody's in a cult. I think time is a cult. I think American politics is a cult. I think politics is a cult. I think my name is a cult. But somebody said, what did he say? I've been, not bamboozled. What was the word he used? He said, it rhymed with, what the fuck was it? He said something like, since the second I was born and took my first breath, it's been a ruse, or something like that. And he said, birth is a cult. We're born duped, not pooped, duped. I was duped since my first breath. It's a cult. Birth is a cult. How fucking amazing is that? By the way, I'm telling you right now, dudes, when I talk about politics, everybody wants to be on the show. When I say let's not talk about politics, nobody... Guys, what's with the fucking Wolfgang? What is going on with my hair? So my ponytail's behind this, And this is crazy, man. Like, I admitted I was powerless over alcohol, that my hair had become unmanageable. Step 1, AA. So anyway, it's like, it's like you know what? It's kind of like that thing when King Kong beats the shit out of Godzilla and Godzilla just like turns around and walks into the ocean. I kind of feel like that right now. I don't even want to have fun telling people I don't want to argue. I just don't want to argue. So when that happens, all right, let's see if we can go to TMZ without. Let's see if we can go to TMZ without any dangerous driver. Brooklyn tow truck theft. Dangerous driver identified and arrested. That doesn't sound too fun. I mean, I live in New York City. Why is that? Oh, wait, this looks like a good brawl. Hang on. Oh, nah, it's violence. I'm not into violence. Guys, TMZ's like pushing violence. Amber Portwood reveals shocking reason behind I don't know who that is. I'm deep into my upcoming memoir, Long Road to Tulsa King. Guys, what? Okay, what is... Sly says his novel is going to be about his journey from being most likely to end up in the electric chair to a movie icon. That is so... You talk about signaling, I was going to be in the real... Like, really, you going to kill somebody? Who are you going to kill? Ivan Drago? The only person you should have killed is Bridget Nielsen. Anyway, so yeah, like, again, like, and I kind of like Sly Stallone, but isn't that kind of like, my journey from thinking I was going to end up in the electric chair to a movie icon? First of all, you should never refer to yourself as a movie icon, even if you are one, because icon is from the perspective of other people. I don't think you get to say that you're iconic, even if the world says you are. You know what I mean? Like, again, man, in like that movie, my favorite one was Cliffhangers. Did I talk about this on the show? When the guy who loses his wife, she falls off the cable, and Sly tries to save her, and he's holding on to her, right? And then he gets all like teary-eyed and says to Sly, he goes, you didn't have to spend the nights alone thinking about her. You didn't have to tell her parents what had happened. You didn't have to live alone. And fucking Sly looks the guy in the eye and goes, oh yeah? You didn't have to look around, she's falling. And I was like, what? And I rewound it. And he went, you don't have to look around, she's falling. I was like, what? And I literally kept rewinding it until I determined he said, you didn't have to look in her eyes while she was falling. I speak Sly. What do you think of that? Guys, I just realized something. Hang on 1 second. I think I know what's going on here. This StreamYard is so bad that I think I don't think I'm broadcasting on Facebook right now, because this is weird. This is so weird. Eric Miranda. No, I'm broadcasting. I'm broadcasting on Facebook. What do you know? What do you see that? But I didn't. I don't like. So I had all kinds of weird things happen with this StreamYard today. I know I'm talking about technical stuff. I just got to tell you, man. Like, even TMZ, like, everything is political now. What is something funny? I'm just gonna put in. Let's type in something funny and see what we come up with. Something funny. All right, there's images. One of them looks like Francis Dunnery. Wow, that's wild. An Asian guy who looks like an English guy. I love it. What is the funniest, most random thing you've had to say? I told Chris Flugmacher a funny story today, but I'm not going to share that one on the show because it had to do with it had to do with Capizios. How's that? And, funny is so subjective. And like, the thing is, I have people who have funny conversations with me. They all want to be podcasters until it's time to come on. They go, oh, dude, I have a pimple. You know what I mean? Like what? And then Dan Volkamer, I'm dying for my friend Dan Volkamer. My friend wants to change the world by forwarding conspiracy videos to me. And guys, just so you know, in defense of Dan Volkamer, I'm not opposed to every conspiracy theory. You know, I got yelled at by two women in my life, and I'm not going to mention who they are, but one of them is married to me and the other one's her mother. They started yelling at me, not yelling at me, but like they're like, I said something about Alex Jones that may have appeared to be pro Alex Jones, and it wasn't. Somebody misquoted him, and I corrected them because I heard the quote. And they said, next thing you know, you got to tell me that kids are having sex in a pizzeria in a basement. And I was like, no, I think it was an island owned by Jeffrey Epstein. Like, so many conspiracy theories end up being true. And like, by the way, during the Renaissance, there was a conspiracy that the earth was flat. And then the new conspiracy was that the earth was round. And here we are 500 years later. And there's a new conspiracy that's flat again. Maybe it just changed, right? Maybe the fucking earth just kind of goes like maybe it won't. Well, maybe it flattens out. And I don't know. My point is, a lot of conspiracies end up being true. A lot of facts end up becoming false. So when people say trust the science, it's like, which science? The science that's wrong and eventually gets discredited, or the science that lives longer? I mean, shit, man. So I'm not opposed to all conspiracy theories. The reason I'm pissed at my friend Dan is he yells at me via video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I open my fucking text message some morning and I'm scared. Like, oh my God, did you know that 5G, this isn't Eric speaking, they're controlling me with 5G? You know, did you know that like they spread coronavirus with 5G towers? And then I look into the theory and I'm like, you know what? Some of this actually makes sense when you look at all these viruses that spread right when they started putting up radio towers. Now, I'm not saying that this is true, but I'm also not going to sit here and pretend that there's no fact or no... Look, that whole thing where they control people's brains. I forgot what... Does anybody know the name of that project? Anybody watching? What is the name of the government thing that the CIA can make people do things? It's in one of McGowan's books, Program to Kill. And like you think, you hear these things and you think it's a joke. And then when the guy, hey, what happened to the guy who I know the guy who tried to assassinate Trump. What happened to everybody being like, oh, I was teary-eyed, Patriots is like, and then a woman who they hated, who got 2% of the vote, she's popular. I don't know what to believe anymore. And that's why I can't watch the news, because the news is lying to me. It's like a used car salesman. Look at this baby right here, Or like, you remember Barton Fink? So listen, Barton, we make wrestling films, and we want to kind of give them that Barton Fink feeling. And we figure since you're Barton Fink, you could do it in spades. It's like literally like a sales pitch, right? I totally lost my train of thought. But let's get into this. Wait, somebody just said, dude, I just got your text. I'm at karaoke. I think that, who? Oh, it's Allison. I like that somebody just said, dude, I just got your text. I'm in a karaoke bar in Weaverville. Wow. I would rather be in Weaverville than anywhere. I don't even know what a Weaverville is. But anyway, so the thing is, when you look at these conspiracy theories, I just can't dismiss them out of hand, because if I do that, then I'm one of the other cult people with their thought terminating cliches. Everybody should be heard. So this thing where they were controlling people's brains, then after the guy who shoots Trump, the CIA comes out and says, we didn't use X42, whatever the fuck it's called, right? It's like, wait a minute, that's real? I thought that was a joke. I literally thought that somebody made that up, right? And then the whole thing about bouncing signals off the ionosphere to interrupt weather patterns. Somebody said years ago, like, oh, there's no global warming. These storms are created by bouncing things off the ionosphere. And I'm like, may have been Dan, actually. And I'm like, you're ridiculous. And then I start reading this stuff in actual government reports about how they were creating snowstorms in fucking Vietnam. If you can create snowstorms in Vietnam, in the 60s and early 70s, you can certainly create a tornado in 2024. You have to be able to. Sharknado. Anybody see Sharknado? So my daughter came home when she was a little girl. We got into shark movies. I got my kids into the Deep Blue Sea. Did anybody ever see the Deep Blue Sea with Samuel L. Jackson? Oh, you know what? I'm going to pull that up. I hope they don't shut. You think they'll shut us down? Hang on. Let's do it. So, all right. So I went to see this movie accidentally. Hang on. Give me a second. Samuel L. Jackson. I'm not going to. All right. Let's see if I can find it. So, okay, here it is. So Samuel L. This is so great. Oh, wow. And there's another controversial figure in this. It's Michael Rappaport, who's like, you know, who hates Trump, but now he said it's not off the table. Because, see, everything's politics, even fucking shark movies. All right, hang on. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm going to share this with you. This, if I get shut down for this, I don't even give a shit. It's worth it if we can get through it and you guys can see it. Here we go. Hang on. This is good, man. This is good. You guys ready? If you guys have never seen Deep Blue Sea with Samuel L. Jackson and Michael Rappaport, here you go. This is epic, epic, epic. All right. Here we go. Ready?
Swore that we said it was the snow that killed the other two. But it wasn't. Nature can be lethal. But it doesn't hold a candle to man. Now you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse. So we're not going to fight anymore. We're going to pull together and we're going to find a way to get out of here. First, we're going to seal off this movie.
All right, dudes. So that is that's Samuel L. Jackson getting eaten by a rubber shark. And so I turned my kids. So I saw that movie. By the way, this is the best celebrity gossip ever. I saw that movie when it came out, somewhere in the early 2000s. And somebody said it was a good movie. I went on a date there. And then I got back to an AA meeting, and all these other girls said to the two of us, "How was the movie?" And we laughed so hard. They were all like, "We need to." So we went back and saw it a second time the same day. And the next day, another two friends were like, "We feel left out." And we went and we saw it again. So I saw that movie 3 times. It is the worst movie ever, and I thought my kids would love it. We got into all the shark movies. We got into Sharknado 1, 2, and 3. We got into Shark Lake, Shark Mountain, The 5-Headed Shark. Dude, there are more shark movies than you can shake a stick at. But Samuel L. Jackson is a world-class actor, and he's literally... Oh, by the way, speaking of Samuel L. Jackson, because he's got that voice. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. He didn't die, right? Like, I'm confused. I know James Earl Jones died. I didn't know because I don't watch the news, but people told me. And yeah, and then on Facebook, I knew as soon as I went to Facebook, Samuel L. Jackson, you know, I bought my first my first James Earl Jones record in 1972 when I was in high. Like, everybody, like, discovered AC/DC before Brian Johnson. Everybody was into Gish, like, before the Smashing Pumpkins became big. Like, fuck off. Like, seriously, like, stop putting up pictures of now I sound like a fucking racist because I'm conflating the identity of 2 black men. James Earl Jones is not your friend. He seems like a nice guy. He had a great line. He did a Verizon commercial like 20 years ago. He said, "It took me 15 years to become an overnight success." Cool fucking line. But at the end of the day, You don't know that guy. And when you die, he's not going to be talking about you. If I die, James Earl Jones, I know he's dead now, he's not putting up a... Can you imagine if I died and then like Robert Plant put up a, David Bowie puts up a fucking, Eric was my, when I was in high school, he wasn't born yet, but, I feel like I've known him forever. Like, it's just like, stop. It's so fucking, it's like, where's your identity? That's what it is. We have an identity crisis in this country. You all need to identify with your fucking cult because you don't have an identity. Go do something. You know what? When people talk about fucking you know what? My sister died. How's that, you fucking dolts? So people say, can you believe Freddie Mercury died? Well, he died before my sister. Can you believe so-and-so died? I don't give a fuck. I lost my mom, my dad, my dog, and my sister, and my grandparents. I don't give a fuck about James Earl Jones. I have nothing against the man. He doesn't give a fuck about me. Am I fucking mean to say that? Like, why do we do this? Like, everything's a thing. Oh, he was a hero. How the fuck is David Bowie a hero? I love David Bowie. It's a god-awful small affair. I love David Bowie, but David Bowie is not a hero. He's a musician. I heard he was a nice guy. Wasn't he married to Imam? She was his Imam. Who was the dad? It's idol worship. You know what? Never mind if Jesus and Moses and those guys are real or not. That's not the conversation. Whoever wrote the Bible was smart enough to say, don't worship false idols. That's all we do. Taylor Swift endorses, and I just fucking Long Island endorses. She just endorsed Kamala Harris. Who fucking cares? First of all, fuck you and your vaccine, everybody. Let's just, that's a conspiracy that I will not shy away from. Nobody vaccinated me. Fucking Travis Kelce's like, oh, I got pricked. You fucking piece of shit. Jocking fucking... Guys, it's a pharmaceutical... What happened to the liberals? Where are the liberals when we're being poisoned by pharmaceutical companies and the government's helping them? You're a bad fucking... That guy fucking Ralph Nadal. Oh, I feel bad for Djokovic, but, he brought it on himself. I mean, he should learn to comply. Really? That's why he whooped your fucking ass in straight sets in the fucking Olympics, because you're a dick, Nadal. Touching your balls and your nose and everything. What the fuck? I think that's from the vaccination. I'm not criticizing people who got vaccinated. We were duped. I wore a fucking mask for weeks. I believed it. Jesse from the show, who used to be on the show, he put up a meme that said, anyone who said one man can't change the world never ate a bat's ass. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. But, we were duped. We're duped. You're all in a cult. Where are the liberals when I need them? Where are Rafael Nadal. Is that his name, Rafael? What's Nadal's first name? Do I have that? I don't care. He's a fucking shill for pharmaceutical companies. Do I have Nadal's name wrong? I don't care. My friend who's texting, you think I'm embarrassed if I have his name wrong? Ralph Mouth Nadal from Happy Days. How's that? Wasn't that a gang on Happy Days? The Dolls? Ralph Mouth Nadal. Fonzie. I wanted to be Fonzie so bad. So I don't know if anybody from Island Park's on the show right now, but we had a friend, Louis Maraca, in Island Park. And Louis, first of all, Louis Maraca, Louis, wherever you are, I hope you find me. What's the video you sent me? That's the video I sent you. Which video? Did you send me a video on here? Wait. Let's find this. This may be good. This may be good. Oh, the Brooklyn tow. Oh, you sent that to me. All right. Send it again. Let's watch it. If wife says it's good, I'm gonna watch it. So check it out. Right. This is the thing I have to get into though. Before we get into the tow truck driver. Louis Maraca was missing half of his thumb. Louis, if you're out there, I know you can kick my ass still. Don't beat me up for talking about your thumb. But Louis is about 4. Now he's probably like 5'5", fucking jacked, missing half his thumb. So I used to get in trouble because I would make Fonzie thumbs on my desk by tracing them. And one day he fucking traced his, and the teacher was like, Louis, he's like, how do you know it was me? You're the only one with half a fucking thumb. So instead of going A, he had to go A. Like, oh my God, man. Fucking Louis Maraca. This show is worth the price of admission just because I brought up Louis Maraca. And what kind of name is that? Louis had a beautiful house in Harbor Isle. He had a spiral staircase. I just thought that was the most magnificent thing in the world. Never thought about what it would be like as an older man to go down and get your coffee in the morning. But, man. All right, so, hey, can you, hey, Sloss, can you pull that tow truck video up again? I'm kind of curious now. Kind of curious. I'm not getting anything. Let me see. Did you send it to my text message? No. No text message. All right, so I don't know. Can you hear me? So I'm getting, like, this is weird to get pinged and then ghosted. All right, hang on a second. TMZ. Let's watch we're just going to watch the tow truck driver. I don't like violence, but if it's good enough, if my wife's into violence, I'm going to. All right, here we go. From humble beginning. No. Where's the fucking driver? Where is he? Here we go. Okay, dangerous driver identified. All right, let's click on this. Read more. I want to see the video. Did they take the video down? I can't find the video now. It was up just a minute ago. Wow. It's a bummer. I can't find the video, and wife disappeared. She was going to help me. She told me. Oh, here it is. Got it. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's 2 angles. Let's do the first angle first. Let's share the screen. Present. Share. Here we go. Share screen. Brooklyn driver. Okay. We should be all set. What's up with this, man? Hang on. Why is this not showing up? Oh, here we go. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, guys. Oh, here we go. Oh, all right. Let's get the other angle. Hang on. Here we go. You know what? I don't know, guys. I don't know what's up with this, but it's fucking glitching. It's kind of weird. So that's the tow truck driver. I heard what he said. I didn't, nothing else. But anyway, so I don't know. So getting back to this thing, right? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if that's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then there's another thing, right? Like, what else is a cult? Go to your room. That's kind of a cult. Because when you hear go to your room, I was playing a game of paddleball in Van Cortlandt Park, and a guy started yelling at me over a call. And I said, you got the call. Take the call. And he kept yelling at me. And I said, dude, enough. Holy shit. This is like a fucking big Spanish dude from the hood. And I said, dude, enough. And he went, what are you, my fucking dad? And the guy went absolutely fucking ballistic on me. Because I was just like, dude, enough. Like, take it easy. And he hurt his fucking dad who raped him or whatever happened. I'm definitely getting canceled for that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude was like, I triggered some shit in this dude. And I was like, Will, we're friends, man. Take it easy. Like, and it wasn't even like I was afraid he was going to beat me up. I felt terrible that some kind of like weird, like in Vietnam childhood flashback happened. It was kind of crazy. So when I hear like people yelling, dude, you ain't taking my fucking car. You fuck on my fucking dead body. I grew up with that. That's the way we talk in Island Park. Or most of us. So, you know, so I'm just kind of like, you know, like, I don't know. I guess that shit is like exciting for people in the Midwest who are polite. And Midwesterners, you all suck too, though, because you lie. Like in New York, at least they'll stab you in the face. Like the Midwest and L.A., it's like, oh, hey. And like the thing in L.A., anybody who's ever lived there, I have. Hey, what do you do? It's like, what do you mean, what do I do? What the fuck kind of question is that? What do you do? Like if you want to say, hey, like what line of work are you in? You know, I want to blow you if you're a fucking acting agent because that's why I'm in Hollywood. I get that. But like don't try to fucking hide it. What do you do? What do you fucking do? I was at a party one night. I'm name dropping. I was at a party at Kato Kalin's house of OJ Boathouse pool boy fame, whatever. And he's a nice guy. And John Candy was in a kitchen. And I walked in with a guitar on my back. So like it's over my head, my electric guitar, you know, like a fucking, you know, little Gibson Les Paul headstock. Right? And the, and this woman said, what do you do? And I'm like thinking, I'm wearing a silver lame shirt and fucking space boots. I look like shot out of a cannon. And she's asking me what I do with a guitar on my back. And I said, and I just said, I play roller hockey. She said, what? I said, what do you do? She said, I'm an actress. She said, what do you mean you play roller hockey? She said, how do you do that? I said, I put my skates on, I put my shin guards on, and I fucking play. And she said, do you get paid to play roller hockey? And I said, do you get paid to be an actress? What do you do? So those people arguing in Brooklyn right now, the tow truck, that's actually just, I mean, I'm going to start wearing my fucking GoPro around and I'm going to catch shit like that. And just because everybody loves it, but it just seems so like arguing. It's like the debate, right? Who won the debate? Well, who won the argument over whatever my parents were arguing about in 1971? Like nobody ever won that argument until the day one of them died. Nobody ever won that argument. They don't even know the origins of the argument. The disagreeing took on a life of its own. And I think, so that Brooklyn tow truck driver, you're not taking my car. Yes, I am. Donald Trump's better than Kamala Harris. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Why is everybody yelling? Can't we all just get along? Who said that? Is that Rodney Dangerfield? Oh, Rodney King. Sorry. Rodney Dangerfield said that. He said, why can't we all just get along? And that was after the cops beat up Rodney Dangerfield and started a riot. That's actually the funniest thing I've said all fucking day. At least it wasn't two people of color or two white guys that I confused. And when somebody's last name is Lee and they call you on the phone, how do you know if it's like a Civil War soldier or like an Asian guy if they don't have an accent? Right? Like, can you imagine if Robert E. Lee was Robert E. Lee? Sorry, that one came off the fucking tongue. Too fucking. Ralph and Nadal said it. What, guys? Hang on a second. I'm gonna look up. I have a Nadal racket that I gave Marcus. Hang on, Nadal, Rafael. It's Ralph. Come on, dude. Why? Wait. Why am I being picked off? I'm picked up. Why am I being picked on for calling Nadal Nadal? That's the question. Like, I don't understand what it is about calling Rafael, or what is it? Fucking fuck. I'm so bad with the computer. Yeah, Rafael Nadal. Wouldn't you call somebody named Rafael? Wouldn't you call him Ralph? Right? Like, I don't call Chris Flugmacher Christopher. By the way, I love it. My Siri does what Siri does, but then my car system, when Siri's hooked through it, does something different. Call Chris Flugmacher. Calling Chris Flugmacher. Chris Flugmacher. My sister isn't Justine DiMicheli. She's Justine DiMixley. Pretty cool, right? Flugmacher and DiMixley are good ones. So anyway, the argument in Brooklyn, literally, I argue with my family a lot. Like, I love it. I thrive on it. And the one person who can't handle it, actually Sheila and my daughter both hate it. They're both like analytical and amiable personalities. Marcus is either a driver or a fucking expressive like me. He just goes right in. Really? Like, and he can't one-up me yet. He's not quite as fast as I am. But sometimes he does some zingers, man. I remember watching Happy Days. It had nothing to do with Louis Maraca. I was watching Happy Days, and one of the episodes, Ralph Malph and Potsy Weber got in an argument, and Ralph said something to Potsy, and Potsy said, "Oh yeah," and Richie Cunningham said, "Good comeback, Potsy." And I think I have to say that to my son once in a while. So, 3 weeks ago, we had Mike Bauer on. We were doing Stairway to Heaven. And people got really into that. And then I ate a pizza. And people got really into that. And now I'm fucking stuck. I'm stuck. I'm so stuck on not talking about politics and watching the news that I've become obsessed with it. And that's all I'm talking about. Ugh. Cults. What is language? When's the last time any of us were silent? I mean, I'm actually silent for a long time every day. You wouldn't know it by the fact that I talk a lot, but I'm silent, and then I learn things in silence, and then I ruin it by talking. I try to explain to people what happened in silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I come to sleep with you. Anyway, and then fuck those guys, right? Simon and Garfunkel. Paul Simon writes a song called The Boxer. What are the lyrics? Hang on. The Boxer lyrics. Wasn't Boxer the horse in Animal Farm? I just said Pig Farm. I said what? I called Orwell's Animal Farm Pig Farm. Jesus. Guys, my fucking internet is blowing Hodge right now. And I usually hardwire it, and because somebody couldn't get a signal down here, I unplugged it. Now I'm fucking pissed that I did it, and if I plug it back in right now, I'm going to have to unplug the Wi-Fi, and you guys are going to lose me, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, you ready? This says, The Boxer is considered one of Paul Simon's masterpieces. Whatever. So it says, I'm just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles. Such are promises, all lies and jest. Still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. Okay, first of all, I squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles. Oh, dude, that's like real. Like I see that. I see resisting and mumbles. What a what a storyteller, you fucking dolt. Why? I wonder if there's a picture of Garfunkel on this. I wonder if he wrote the fucking lyrics. Now, you ready? When I left my home and family, I was no more than a boy. You could have been transgender. When I left my home and family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers in the quiet railway station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for places only they would know. Lie, la, lie. Lie, la, lie, la, lie, lie, right. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ready? Now here we go. This is why it's a lie. You ready? Asking only workman's wages, I come looking for a job, but get no offers. Just a come on from the whores on 7th Avenue. I do declare were the times where I was so lonesome, I took some comfort there. Just a come on from the whores on 7th Avenue. Folks, he's from fucking Queens. You left your fucking home when you were just no more than a boy, and you got on the subway for a dime, and you went to fucking Grand Central Station or Penn Station? What the fuck is that? You can't tell me about your fucking sorrowful story trying to make it as a fucking boxer when you're from Queens and you're in fucking Penn Station. What is that? That would be like me, like when I left Island Park. I fucking took the M15 Oceanside where I nearly died. La la la, la la la. No! Guys, remember Queen of Corona? Him and Julio down by. You're from fucking. That's Corona, Queens. It's a subway stop or two. That's not leaving home. Now I'm pissed. I don't get pissed about politics, but I get pissed about Paul Simon and his stupid lyrics. Why do we... Oh, they were one of the most... Their harmonies. Fuck you. Those are parallel thirds. I knew how to do that when I was 13 because my girlfriend's parents, we used to drink and sing Barbara Ann. Led Zeppelin are the greatest band ever. Really? Go listen to fucking Bach. Jimmy Page is the greatest guitar player. Really? Go listen to Les Paul and fucking Django Reinhardt. Jimmy Page is an amateur. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to make of any of it. What I do know is despite me not being pissed off, this hour went quickly because I'm jacked up on coffee now. And it finally hit me. Mainlining it. Hey, nobody's mentioned my studio. Do you guys like my studio? Do you realize that if I did this during the day, it would look just like this? I got the purple dinosaur. I'm going to say that's 13 feet behind me. And that light is dim. And at first I kind of wanted to cover that little, that's a spandex cover on a 703 panel. I'm similar to on this wall, but the light makes it bright. And I don't know. I kind of like it. So anyway, got a minute to go here, and I'm gonna let y'all go. And I tonight was a weird broadcast for me because some of the channels, my Twitch didn't hit, and something was weird getting it to. So I have a feeling. I have a feeling that people aren't getting through with their comments because there's like a weird glitch. But I want to tell y'all that I love you. And then I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to overeat. And I think I'm going to eat a carrot cake on the show. But I didn't really get any positive feedback for that. People want me to do pizza again. I'm only doing a Sicilian pie if Chris Flugmacher comes on and does it with me. All right, Ralph Mouth Nadal. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Love and Rockets. Later.